Hey guys, hey guys, hey guys, this is Von Ryder, and welcome back to another episode of Well Done! This is the first time I have logged on to Minecraft since I got back from Minecon, and oh my god, what an amazing time I had. So, I've not walked around, I haven't checked, I don't know that I've been pranked. The guy that said he was going to prank me ended up not pranking me. Well, he told me that he didn't prank me. I don't know if that means he did or not. But I figure while I talk about Mindcon, I can walk around here real quick and see if any pranks have been had. And then if they haven't, then I will find something to do while I talk to you about Mindcon. I am sure that I will have more than one video to talk about Mindcon because so much happened and I was there for so long and had so many amazing adventures with all the people that I've met, both Mindcrackers and not. Oh, here's a sign. Let's see what this says. Go in your goddamn portal, F. And there's a boat floating there, but I think that's just a glitch. F. That's probably from Fallen, but it could be from Fear Pause. Move. Can I get in this? I will go in my portal, but I don't want to do it yet. I'm gonna troll you a little bit longer. I have a fearing that I will die if I go in there. So we're gonna go. Let's go to the village the proper way. I usually wait. That's something. There's a sign on that pumpkin. That's a good sign. But yeah, I had a great time. I spent 13 days in Europe, 6 of them in Paris, and 7 of them in London. And I got to hang out with most of the Minecrack guys, and there's a whole crap ton of shit over there. I can tell it already. Hung out with a lot of the Minecrack guys, especially Good and Paws. They were really welcoming and wonderful to me. Boobs. It's all just some boobs. They were fantastic. I really felt like part of the crew. You know, it's weird because you watch all these videos online, and it's really a one-way dialogue where let's sail around properly. They are telling these stories to you and you're sitting at your computer listening to them, but you feel like you're sitting, you know, on a couch having them tell you these stories in person. And so you really feel sometimes that these people are your friends, especially someone like Good who does tell these stories versus someone a little more technical. And so in my head, these guys have always been my friends, so the fact that they barely knew me, I mean, they kind of had talked to me a few times from the Reddit or because I sent them something in one of their Mailtime videos. That village is thriving. But there's a painting floating. But it was really nice to get to really talk to them in person and kind of make that friendship less one-sided. So I really feel like we're friends now. Oh, that wasn't floating. It was just not loaded. It was just a painting that loaded. There's my derp house that I built at the end of the last episode. So this looks okay, except for the flag over there. It's weird. I don't remember what this all looks like. It's been so long since I've played on Minecraft. So it looks like somebody has built something amazing over here. Oh wow, this is quite the place. Texas Hydroponics. Look at this place. That's crazy. And we've got paintings. Hey Vaughn, I know you're not into technical stuff, but I thought you might like an auto harvest farm button on the left. I'm assuming there's a button down here. Aha! Harvester, water stream on off. Ooh, fancy. I am not a technical person, but that is not because I don't like technical things. It's just because I am not wired to work that way. So this looks super fancy. Look at this spiral staircase, too. Oh, wait. Ah! That's the outside. Okay, so we've got wheat. Wheat. Oh, I see. Wheat. Oh, that must have been what the signs were on the front. The different signs probably are the different types of farms that are here. Like, let's see here. Where's the, yeah, netherwort. I think I went down too many. Potatoes, carrots, and wheat, right? That is awesome. An actual practical thing. And look at this big empty room down here. Wow. And another button to, I guess, do the same thing. How fancy is this? Wow. And there's no sign from who it's from, other than Texas Hydroponics. I am not sure who on the server is from Texas. I know Caleb is good with redstone, but he is Canadian. So yes, potatoes, wheat, netherwort, carrots. Wow, this is cool. Texas. Flag of Texas. Who is it from? You didn't leave a sign. Somebody who also likes boobs, I guess. Alright, well, shall we use it? You guys are probably yelling at me to use it. Let's hope it doesn't blow the place up. Or, you know, lag the server too much. But yeah, I had a great time. I arrived 2 days before Minecon, actually. No, I don't see any water starting. So that was really, really beneficial. I don't see anything happening. Oh, did I not push it? I may have hit it with the wrong button. Oh, there goes water. Ah, fancy, fancy. So do I have to go down to the bottom to collect it? But I arrived 2 days before the convention, and Good had already been there because he arrived quite a while earlier with his wife to sightsee before the convention. And there's everything. Well, there's netherwort anyway. And potatoes. Cool! This is awesome! Thank you, mysterious person who I don't know who you are yet. But I showed up, and Good had tweeted that he was in a bar having a drink, and I was welcome to come over. Well, he tweeted it to everyone, so I went over and I found him sitting there with Doc, and oh my god, you didn't put any chests in here though. I have enough on me for chests. Is there a storage thing? I mean a crafting bench. I don't have enough stuff for crafting. So after walking around the restaurant thinking he was in the restaurant and not the actual bar, I actually walked past them a couple times because I didn't recognize Doc. I ran into Good and Doc, and they were having a drink, and we ended up spending quite a while together just hanging out, chatting, and they're both really awesome guys. I've always liked Doc, but I have to admit I was not one who watched a ton of his videos. I watched a fair amount. I mean, I'd definitely seen a lot, but he wasn't one of my like daily regulars, and he was just so awesome at the bar, just so welcoming. I felt concerned that my presence there was being tolerated versus really welcomed, because at the convention itself I expected them to want to hang out with fans, but it was the first time that Good and Doc had ever met, and the first time that Good was going to be meeting a lot of the Mindcrackers, so I fully expected them to kind of want to have some time just with the guys on the server, and they definitely made me feel like that was not the case, that I was welcome to hang out, that Good would not have tweeted out where they were eating or drinking if they didn't want to hang out with the fans, so on and so forth. I guess this is done, so I can turn it off now. Right? Did that turn it off? And so I ended up hanging out there for quite a couple hours, and I was pretty jet lagged. I had flown for something like 17 hours. I flew directly to Heathrow, which is in London, and then from London I took a smaller flight to Paris, and I was just in the air forever, and I got in about 7 p.m., and we stayed up drinking and eating for quite a while. This was also on Thanksgiving, so I had like Thanksgiving at Starbucks. I had like a sad little turkey sandwich. Then I went over to Good and them, hung out with Good and Doc, and that was really cool. And while we were there, most of the other guys showed up. Kurt, Generic B, B00. Oh, I guess I've got to replant. Justra and B00. That was it. Those four guys showed up. B00, Kurt, Justra, and Generic B. And of course, Justra is not on the server, but he was staying with the guys, so he came over, and that was cool. And Doc also had his girlfriend there, which was really cool. She was really awesome. It's funny because since she and I were not Mindcrackers, we were kind of in the same position of like not being part of the group, the main group. So we ended up having a couple times where we were just hanging around, kind of watching. But that was fun. I ended up going to bed about, I think, midnight, because they were having family discussions, and I didn't want to be in the way, and I was also really tired. So I went to bed, but having met... Why did I make shovels? I meant to make hoes. Having met them the night before was really cool, because the next morning, there was no internet in all of Paris, basically, at least not at Disneyland. And so, in order to get online at all, you basically had to go to the Starbucks or the McDonald's, or occasionally, if you were lucky, this place called Earl of Sandwich, which had free Wi-Fi. Everybody went in there to use it because there was no way to use the internet otherwise. And, of course, coffee. So, I went there pretty early. I'd met up with a guy that I knew from the Reddit named Killa Marcy. And we were tweeting in there, and while we were sitting there talking, and I was telling him about the night before, Kurt, B-Dubs, Generic, and Justra came in to get their coffee, and I felt like I kind of knew them well enough at that point to introduce him and, another friend, a friend of Killa Marcy's had showed up as well. He was a native Frenchman, actually a Parisian, and he was also a fan of Mindcrack, and he had showed up, and so I introduced the two of them to the 4 Mindcrack guys that had showed up, and since... I'm just going to take a bunch of this stuff in case I need more of it. Since the Parisian guy's name was Mr. Match, Mr. Silvermatch, I think, Mr. Silvermatch. Since he was French speaker, we kind of all decided to go into Paris. It was kind of like the one day that the Mindcrack guys could get away. Some of them were not staying extra days to sightsee. So Mr. Silvermatch ended up becoming like our tour guide, our French tour guide. And Paz and Good were elsewhere, but through some tweets, we kind of got them to come along. And that was really cool. I know Good was not looking forward to going back into Paris. He was not the biggest fan of the city, and I get that. But I don't know how they feel about it, but I was really glad that Good and Paz went, because it ended up with getting like a really cool picture of all of the Mindcrackers. I know some of these didn't go. Oh no, those are the ones that I replanted. It got all of the Mindcrack... Well, it wasn't all the Mindcrackers, because Pyro wasn't there yet, because he was in college and university and doing a lot of studies and couldn't take the time off. But we met up with Blame the Controller and Doc and Good and Paz and Generic B and Kurt and Justra and me and Ipla. We all showed up and went... And some other fans, a little boy, like, I think he was 12. He and his mom, or not his mom, his aunt, who was an actual scientist, a doctor. We all went into Paris together, and that was really awesome. And it started raining, and it had a bunch of like weird drama. Like me and Doc's girlfriend were the only ones who had brought umbrellas with us, because it wasn't raining when we left. And most of the guys had umbrellas, but they hadn't brought them with them. And we were 45 minutes from the hotel, so that it wasn't like you could just go back and grab it. So Good ran into a souvenir shop. We came out of the metro by the Arc de Triomphe, which was really cool, except for it was raining, and he didn't even have like a rain jacket on him or anything. He did. I mean, he had one, but it was in the hotel. So everybody ended up spending more money than they wanted to, buying cheap umbrellas, and Good's umbrella promptly bit him, so he was bleeding, and then, like, within seconds of buying it, the wind turned it inside out. It was just a really cheap umbrella. So, you know, one thing I learned after hanging out with Good for so long is that he does not ever make up or embellish any of the stories that happen to him. Like, sometimes you think, this is impossible. These kind of crazy things could not happen to one man, but they do. I spent most of those 13 days that I was in Europe with Good, and every crazy, bizarre, strange thing that could happen, happened, and it happened to him. It was almost exclusively always happening to Good. Like, occasionally something weird would happen to, like, Paz, but it's Good. I mean, there's just something about the man that attracts, like, it's like the universe knows he is, like, an amazing storyteller, and just supplies him with an endless stream of, like, bizarre life. I don't know. But, yeah, so it was dramatastic. Hey Sim, but also pretty cool. And I gotta say hi to her. Hey Sim. And so we got some cool pictures of all of us in front of the Eiffel Tower, including the Minecrack guys right at the base of the tower, which I thought was really cool, and really I felt is like the one picture from the convention that really shows that these guys went to Paris, and it wasn't just a hotel, you know, not just, what, is this supposed to be potatoes? This isn't supposed to be potatoes. It is supposed to be potatoes. Then I planted potatoes in a place that was supposed to be wheat. You guys are probably yelling at me. So, I don't know how the guys feel in retrospect about going, but I think, no problem. Okay, so half of this is potatoes and half of this is wheat. No, this is all wheat. I'm confused as to why I don't have enough potatoes to replant. I guess I just did not get enough out of the chesticles or something. So, anyway, that was awesome. It was stressful at the time. A lot of the guys were jet lagged, and Juicer was starting to get really sick, and we were all cranky and tired, and our feet were hurting, and so on and so forth. But for the most part, I thought it was pretty awesome. I know for sure that it was really awesome for me and Mr. Silver Match and Killer Mercy, because we went hanging around Paris with the Minecrack guys. How cool could it be? How much cooler could that be? And we went to lunch and just had a lot of fun stressing at the bullshit, basically. But we came back, and, you know, it's all a blur after 13 days. I started taking notes. Like, the first 4 days, I wrote really good notes. And I could refer to them now, but I'm not, because I just didn't open the document before it's actually still on my laptop. But a lot of it just blurred together. I think that night they got together. One of the only places worthwhile eating in Disneyland Paris was the Earl of Sandwich place that I mentioned. And they had a really interesting upstairs with a really big table that was like, it was just a huge, like, round table. And it was basically perfect for our entire group to just, like, take over. And I think that was the first night that they started signing the postcards that they later gave away. And then we probably went drinking again later that night. Had to duck out at one point to change hotels because I'd spent the first night by myself. And when I came back, I remember they had all moved on to a different place, and I was left alone and abandoned, and it was hard to find them again because you couldn't just tweet because there was no internet. So I remember just checking everywhere, and then I think I eventually ran into them again at the Sequoia. No, it was at the New York, I think, hotel. Not that it matters. But I think we went drinking, and can't remember what night. Oh, no, we were drinking at a bar, I remember now, and it was at the New York hotel. It was before we went to the other bar, and that was a lot of fun, because we were just kind of sitting in a hotel bar, drinking, and a lot of fans were coming and going, and I remember Paws bought a drink with, like, a lighted... I had to kind of pressure him into it, but he bought it, and it was really expensive, but fun. Hey, another sign. Go in your damn portal. I guess I still got to do that. But we're going to check the rest of the village first. So he bought that, and I know I left my scarf in Good's swag bag and didn't have it for the rest of the convention, although I fortunately got it before he left for London, because it was freaking cold and I needed it. And I guess we should walk over here, and we should check the castle out as well. What else happened? Yeah, I still need to fix the derp house. The derp house is terrible. So Minecon, I mean, that was the day before Minecon started, and then Minecon started, and that was, what a day that was. Amazing. I showed up, I skipped opening ceremonies. The whole reason I went to Minecon was to hang out with the Minecrack guys. I honestly don't watch any other Minecrack series. I watch a couple of the guys on the Minecrack fan server, like Lorgon111 and Schism occasionally. But basically, I don't watch or know any other Minecraft any other Minecraft Let's Players, which I don't think they quite understood until later on. Good was like trying to tell me some names of people, and I was like, I don't know who In the Littlewood is. I don't know who Seth Bling is, or like I'd heard of Seth Bling because I know that BOO did like a co-op with him. And he was there, and he seemed really nice. I didn't really get to talk to him, but apparently he's big in the world of Minecraft Let's Players. But so, since I really just went for Minecrack, I skipped opening ceremonies, and I got into the Stronghold, which is where the Minecrack panel was being held, and I just sat there, and I watched the 2 panels that came on before the Minecrack panel, and that was cool, because they were things that I was interested in about. This is probably another go in your portal. Oh, fallen. I'm sure that's fallen. This looks like it's fine. Doesn't look pranked. So, yep, go in your damn portal. I guess he really wants me to go in my damn portal. I will do it. I will do it. But I have to look at every sign now. I'm sorry, fallen. Another one? Yep. So I saw BTC's adventure map building one. I saw that panel, and I saw like a modding Tekkit type of one as well, which I was less interested in. But they were both fine, and that meant I got front row seats for the Mindcrack panel, which was awesome, because that was the main highlight. And it got packed in there, and I was very lucky that I had showed up when I did, because seats went quickly and very fast. And it started, and it just basically, it was live streamed, which was cool. It just, and I'm sure most of you have seen the live stream. It was hugely packed, standing room only in very many places, kids sitting on the floor and the aisles, just packed, just people begging to get in. And Good started it out. I did not just mean to throw 15, I meant to eat some meat. I'm actually not jet lagged. I actually feel really good right now. Had a very good flight back over and did not have any jet lag issues. So anyways, the Good had the panel. It was a Q&A. You guys have seen it, or if you haven't seen it, it is recorded and you can find it somewhere. It's on all over YouTube. And so I won't rehash what happened during the actual panel, although I took some cool pictures, and I've probably been overlaying like photos and stuff over this video because I took some photos and that's the best way to get them to you guys. But I'm heading back to the portal, just please fall in. I'm trying to decide if I should dump all of my stuff in a chest. I'll probably do that on the other side, or in the boat portal room. So that was cool, and then of course at the end of the panel, Good says, we've got 500 postcards to give away, and there are more than 500 of you, so yikes. And that was a madhouse, an utter madhouse. Just a swarm of 14-year-old boys, and some girls, and, you know, some older fans, but mostly 14-year-old boys, just rushed the stage. And at first, I just kind of sat there. For one, I couldn't get up because I was in the front row and was completely just blocked from getting up, but I also didn't want to be in the way, and I knew that I had spent the last 2 nights kind of hanging out with the guys, so I felt like I'd had my fan experience, and that a lot of these kids this was going to be their one and only fan experience. So there was a lot of times where I just kind of stepped aside to let other people have the moment, and I very quickly realized that that was not the thing that I should be doing, that it was too crazy, that nobody was taking control, that the guys were swarmed and just signing madly, and nobody was trying to do any kind of crowd control, and it was insane. I mean, there was 9 of them, and they just, I can't even, it was like the Beatles, you know, like Beatlemania, just insanity. And so I think I'm going to take my sword just in case. Maybe I should make a wood sword or something. I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to make a stone sword. I'm being overly cautious right now, I know, but I'm going to take my armor off too. You know, better to be safe than sorry. So I quickly realized that we needed to get everybody outside, that this was super dangerous. So I found pause, and I was like, nobody was listening to me because I was a nobody. I was trying to move the crowd and it wasn't working, I'm afraid. But I got pause to move outside, and the crowds followed him, and finally it's definitely fallen. While you were away at Minecon, I thought it appropriate to give you an early Christmas present in the form of a tunnel beautification. I hope you like the new colors, Fallen. At least you didn't mess with my mushrooms. This is all the wool I picked up. If any is missing, giving me a call, and I will replace it. Well, this is lovely. Fallen is definitely a fan of the magenta color. I'm not sure quite why he did the blue. And it doesn't go at all with the orange pumpkins, but it looks lovely. Thank you, Fallen. I've had a prank in the preparations for Fallen for a long time, and I haven't. This is Fallen, by the way. He moved in right across from me. Can you see a similarity? The colors. I will get you back. I will get you back. I could clean this up, but I don't think I am. One of the things I have been wanting to kind of do is to replace some of this with ice, so that, you know, it's faster to run, because like here, this has all been replaced with ice, so it's much faster to run down. Whee! So I might take this as the incentive to finally do that, especially since I do have a bunch of ice that I haven't. Hey, somebody finished clearing this off, I think. Or maybe that was me, I forget. I forget. Sometimes I come in here and do weird things and then forget that I did them. Hey, there was stuff in here, wasn't there? Pretty sure they had food and stuff. He probably ate it, that bastard. But yeah, so I got paused to move outside, and that really, he and Kurt moved outside, and that really moved the crowds. I ended up handling Good. He was just completely swamped and clearly like in desperate need of water and like help. And so he and I and another guy ended up helping him out. And I know the guy's name, but I don't know if he wants his name posted on the internet, so I'm not going to say his name, but he was also an awesome guy. And I guess I'm going to leave that for now. But, I guess I can take these signs down. Oh, I need to get my stuff. And I was afraid for no reason at all. I did not need to take all my stuff out. But, and Good recently just posted a video saying that our help was very helpful. And I knew that it was at the time. There was a point, and I can't remember what exactly happened, but there was a point during that craziness where Good looked at me, and it was just a look in his eyes of like pure terror and relief and like disbelief and overwhelmingness, and just it was like a look of like gratitude and terror. So I knew that I was doing the right thing, but it was crazy. And like videos will not ever capture, nor will photos capture, like just how crazy that was. And if they ever do another session like that, they're gonna really have to figure out a way to make it work better. And I've been to plenty enough conventions that I could offer some advice, and I think that they have some ideas as well. I don't think anyone realized that it was going to be quite as crazy as it was. And I think that only because it was Minecon is that it was that crazy. Like, I don't think if they had a panel at PlayOnCon or something that it would be quite to that extremely insanity. Although, I don't know. I mean, a lot of people showed up in London for the London meetups, but not nearly the same, and not nearly with the same kind of mob mentality. It was really crazy. And after that, everybody was pretty wiped out, and I can't remember if that was the night that we went to Disneyland or not. This is another sign. It's half of a troll just to get rid of the signs. Oh no, this is something else. Hereby, Mr. Ryder, we, the worthy organization of trustful clowns of goodness, take this plot and possible all of your other future plots, and if you don't accept our terms of release, which are as follows: Mr. Ryder, deliver 63 million tons of zombie flesh to the humble house of clowns. My best regards, Sky and Co. And new recruit Silvers 27. I wonder if this was put here and I didn't see it because he put the flag on top of my base and like a smiley face sign, and I never saw the sign. Well, if I had 63 million zombie flesh, you would be welcome to have it. This episode has gone on quite long enough, so I'm going to save the rest of this for tomorrow, or for my next episode, and I will look it up and make sure I'm getting the facts straight as to what happened after the insane panel. Also, if you guys don't want to hear, like, detailed stories of Mindcon, let me know that as well. I'm all, like, excited and still, like, living on the high from the excitement and fun that I had. It was just such a good experience that I want to talk about it, and it's not, like, the kind of thing that I can really talk about to, like, non-Minecraft people or even Mindcrack people. So this is kind of like my area to vent and to talk about it. But if you guys are not interested, let me know. I won't be offended, because I realize that it's possible that you guys don't care, and I don't want it to seem like I'm like gloating about it or anything. I just had a really great time, and I want to share what a great time I had and what great people that these people were that I had. But yeah, if you guys are not completely enthralled with my stories the way that I am, let me know, because I can cut it short. I don't want to spend 6 episodes talking about this stuff. And I'm only on like day 3 of 13. Anyway, next episode I think we're going to tear these towers down, and I will, if you guys want to hear more about Minecon, I think I will rebuild these towers while telling you guys more stories. But for now, this is probably 30 minutes, so we're going to call it good. And thank you for watching, and oh my god, Minecon, I'll see you guys next time.